My first guest is here. Usually, he's behind the scenes. Usually, he's Uko behind the scenes. But today, I don't know what happened. But he decided, today, my story has to be heard. Boniface Nyaga, welcome to the show.
Asante sana Mikali.
Good to have you.
Si ukumbu nakanga mrembo hivi up close.
Wacha.
Unajua nakuanga mbali sana siku yangu vizuri. Leo nimekuja up close.
Wacha tuone kama unakuanga tu uko nyuma because hata sijui. Why are you always uko nyuma? You have such a beautiful story to tell.
Well, that's the work of communication, and
Yes.
our work of marketing. Our work is really to push the client.
Okay.
Make the client. In fact, I say your business is my business.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
My business is to make other people's business flourish. So mimi ukiniona mbele ya kamera, si ati sikai nakanga mzuri.
Unakaa vizuri. Look at you.
I can look good. Si ati naogopanga or anything, but ni ile.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's
the business. That's the business. What do you do? For anyone who's seeing you for the very first time, who've never interacted with you, what is it that you do, Boniface?
So Mawaidha is a boutique marketing agency.
Okay.
We offer 360 communication in branding, marketing, and sales. And we specialize mostly in SMEs, small and medium enterprise. And the reason for that is because, you know, the big boys have like 4 or 5 different agencies to do for them different things. You know, they have a marketing agency, they have a creative agency, you know, they have a PR agency, you know, and they have also internal systems which help them do all that stuff. But for an SME who's starting, you know, you're probably a one-man, one-woman army with a thin team.
Yes.
You can't do much. So what we do is we're able to give you that same international quality of branding, marketing, and sales at a price which you can afford.
Okay.
And also we are able to adapt because, you know, SME marketing is very different from, you know, big company marketing.
That's true.
You know,
that's true. And, you know, being in that business, let's just get right into it. 2020 was tough. We had conversations of, some companies took back the monies that they'd put aside for marketing. They were like, imwaka imeisha tu venye imeisha. And that was earlier on in the year. And when the pandemic hit, all these monies were taken back. And there wasn't a lot happening. We saw businesses closed down. How was that? How did that then affect Mawaidha?
Initially, ilitugonga, you know.
Iligonga kila mtu for sure.
The first 3 months, you know, you're there thinking, this thing is gonna go away. You know, the Kenyan thing, you're like, traffic,
Yes.
5 minutes it'll go, you know. And as they, you know, there's that saying that was saying, you know, Chinese things don't last.
They don't. You see, we are built of stronger, you know.
Well, they forgot about Corona, you know. But after that, you know, we adapted. You know, there's a Chinese saying called Weiji that means even in war there's opportunity. So there's actually a silver lining to the pandemic. What it did is that it leveled the playing field. Okay?
Tulikuwa sisi wote same.
So tuko same WhatsApp group. So what that did, especially for the smaller players, it gave them now a chance to rise.
Okay.
You know. And like, for example, if I can mention maybe one of my clients who's Kosha Cosmetics, you know, they started literally 6 months ago. 6 months ago. And already just this week, we launched a big headquarters in Westlands.
What would you say is the thing that they did different? Because there's so many businesses that shut down. There's so many international brands known all over the world that shut down. Celebrity companies shut down. We've seen big supermarkets here shut down. Like, there's so many things that happened. What did you say that probably that particular company did to make sure that walikuwa ready kuanzisha 6 months ago and even to launch such a, you know, a big branch as well?
Well, there's several of them, but if I can give particularly the example of Kosha, one, they were targeting a need, a big need in the market. 2, they were targeting a market audience or a target audience that is a bit stable financially.
Okay.
So they're able to adapt. You know, the lower end of the market is one which is very sensitive to any changes, whether changes in conditions or changes in any economic change. They're affected a lot. But people in the middle and middle upper are a bit more flexible because most of them probably have a backup of a backup. So their spending power isn't, it's hit, yes, but it's not hit as hard.
Yes.
But also at that point, they're very particular about what they're buying. So Kosha came in with a product that was really, really needed. There's a big gap because for a lady, I mean, how you look, it doesn't matter whether it's in front of a Zoom or you're going to the office, how you look is very particular.
Because it makes you feel better about yourself. It's very
Exactly.
personal for different women. Yeah.
Exactly. So whether it's and then also the skincare solutions that they were offering were very unique, and it's something that is needed because the other option is mkorogos, you know.
Yeah, oh no.
Na watu wameenda kwa mkorogo na
Hatutaki.
hey. I've seen things.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
good at
know?
things, you know.
Yeah.
So you're coming in with a product that is really needed and almost you're almost correcting what people have been doing wrong.
Okay.
And then on top of that, of course, is digital. They're able to really maximize on digital. And also the parent company, which is Milola, had also made good inroads. It's a Nigerian firm which had already made inroads digitally.
Yes.
So they're also able to help some of the conversion. But also I think it's also the team, because the team at Kosha are very well knowledge. They have a lot of knowledge about their product.
Okay.
So basically, you have to look for something that gives you an advantage. You know,
Even in the midst of everything else.
there's always an opportunity.
There is always an opportunity.
You know, it's like let's say if you're an Uber driver.
Yeah.
When it's raining, it's bad, but it's bad for everybody else. But for you, there's a certain opportunity.
Yes.
So what it requires, I think, is a mind shift.
Don't be stuck at dunia kumeharibika.
Bas.
Don't be stuck at that point.
Yes. Because once you start with that conversation of, ni kubaya, okay, as Kenyans, I always say you have to complain, otherwise you lose your ID.
You look like you're bougie and you have money, backup, your backup, like you called it.
It's the Kenyan thing. By the way, you spoke complain, you lose your ID. You're like, nah, you're not Kenyan enough. So just complain just enough not to lose your ID.
Yes.
But from there, open your eyes. You know, it's what? Strength, weakness, opportunity, threats.
Yep.
There's never the only threats and weakness. There's always an opportunity somewhere.
There's a strength somewhere.
You just have to open your eyes to see it.
That's true. So what are some of the biggest mistakes that you've seen, and not just during the pandemic, over the years? And it's a good thing that you work with SMEs because then you get to know the innings and the outings of their businesses. What are some of the biggest mistakes that, SMEs make in terms of marketing?
In terms of marketing?
Yes.
One, not investing enough.
Yeah.
And it's not about, I don't have money.
It's about what?
What
I was about
do
to
you
go with nakapuna pesa.
There's always money.
Okay. Yeah.
If KRA shows up at your door and tells you we're closing you down, paisa itapatikana.
That's
so there
true.
is money.
Yes.
But the only thing is, I say it's value for money.
Okay.
Because like if you look at influencer marketing, everyone is running for influencer marketing. So an influencer comes and there's a ROI, I agree. But the question is, the influencer, a lot of times there's more influencer, less marketing. Because you come, I am a celebrity. So you think I'm just going to come and just show up at your venue or take photos. What's the activation? What am I doing? There's a difference between a goal, an objective, and an activity.
Okay.
A goal is what you want to achieve. For example, today I wanted to come here.
Yes.
That's not a goal. So first objective is I need to dress up. I need to find out what am I wearing.
Yes.
How am I getting here? What am I doing when I get here? All those are objectives.
Yes.
Then the activities, I wake up, take a shower. I don't do makeup. No need for makeup. But, all those are the activities, that
Yes.
process of getting ready.
Yes.
And then getting here. All those are activities. Now, can you imagine if I woke up and I'm just dressing and then I put on this nice suit?
And you don't move.
I don't move. You see? So I have a lot of activities, no
and
goal.
you have a goal.
No goal. But you see, if I wake up and dress up and know where to go, it means I have no goal. And unfortunately, when it comes to influencer marketing, that's exactly how people do. They take Mwikali, they have no marketing objective.
Yes.
They have no communication objective. They don't know whether it's a sales, it's a branding activation, whether it's a marketing activation.
Because it's all so different.
Yes.
It is. You need to define what it is that you want. If it's brand awareness, just make sure that if you get an influencer, they are pushing for people to know that Mawaidha is existing
Exactly.
and what exactly it does. We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. You can text us 111 444 111. It's going to cost you just a shilling. And you can send that SMS on also our social media handles, Switch TV KE on Instagram, Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. We will be right back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. Looking at Facebook this morning, Imelda Musal says good morning. Tuned in from Kisumu. Wanjiko Kimiti tuned in. Runda Thika. I don't know where exactly Runda na Thika zinakaa miles apart, but hey, Mwix nakupendanga mama. Sasa sisi watu wa Vist tutasema nini, but probably ni coast na model. This is regarding to a conversation that we're going to be having later on in the show, so stick around for that. Honorable Kunania Fred locked as usual from Gretzer University. MC Bruno Kisumu is tuned. Douglas Saboke, good morning. Mwikali Peter Mugo looking good there. Good morning. Ashero Wanjiko, good morning to you too. Jamboy, I see you. Dogis Kisumwens Morirune Bays, good morning. Charagita, Nyandaro County, well represented by Kagenye Mali. And, you can text us to 111 and we'll be looking at that as we continue with the show. Now, before we went on a break, we were talking about, marketing in a pandemic, and Boniface is here, CEO Mawaida. And, he mentioned clearly that kuna kwanga na iyo, there's a whole fad of using influencers now, but if you do not have a strategy to do that, to know exactly what you want this influencer to do for you, then that will be a problem. Also, kuna kwangana kitu ya ukitumia influencers, then you need kuna demand Boniface ya kuitisha I can't see conversions. Where's the money? Where's it going? Where's it not? Where am I not seeing it? So how then is the breakdown there? Kuna shida iko wapi?
You see, for you to be able to convert, you have to figure out, you have to start by wanting to know what am I converting in. Okay. Let's start by, there's a difference between branding, marketing, and sales. Okay. Branding is who you are. Mm-hmm. Marketing is what you're selling. Sales is getting people to buy what you have because of who you are. Yeah. So you have to start by defining, what am I trying to do? Okay, so that I can be able to know, is it a branding conversion? Is it a marketing conversion? Is it a sales conversion? Unfortunately, in Kenya, we think only of sales. Yeah. So if I call Mwikali and I give her an activation and I pay her, I don't know, maybe 150,000 per post, I'm expecting by the time she's finished posting, 1 million, I'll have sold 1 million. Wananzanga hivi,
nimeona kuna watu 150,000 wanakufuata. So they expect maybe like 100,000 people every other post wamevuka wameenda kwake.
Exactly. And there's one thing that as Mawaida we try to fill that gap. Yes. Is what we call activation design. Okay. So you have to design that activation to suit the particular thing that you're doing. For example, like the kosher launch that we just did. Yes. One, we were activating the brand, the brand Milola, which is now the producer of the product, and we were activating kosher. But there was also a sales element embedded in it. Okay. But the branding was the big thing because we were launching the shop. But so there's a way we were able to do all three. Yes. And so we had our branding objectives for the 5-day launch. Yes. We had a marketing objective for the 5-day launch, and we had a sales objective. So, but we were able to look at them separately because there's what you call a decision making pipeline. Okay. In the sense that you don't just wake up one day, like I can see you have a beautiful watch.
Thank you.
You didn't just wake up and just go buy that watch. No. Right? There was a process. First of all, you have to find out the demand creation. I need a watch. I don't know how did you figure out that you wanted a watch?
I am a sucker for watches. It's sort of like collect watches, so it's one of those things. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. So you're already a ready market.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no need to do demand creation with you. So one, you identify the need.
Yes.
Two, you compare prices. So what other options did you?
I wanted something locally made, so I got something that was locally made.
But you looked, you asked around among many.
Yes.
That's the next step in the decision profile. You compare. Yeah. Okay. And then from there, you now start making decisions of how much am I willing to spend, what's the quality, and then there are now issues of, are you a value buyer comes in, are you price sensitive, or are you product sensitive? So then that comes into play. Then from there, once you've made all those, then you come now. So the sales is the final decision. You see?
Okay.
So it is very unrealistic and that's one of the beautiful things about now, if I was to speak specifically about kosher,
Yes.
is that they had been in the market for a while, so they knew how the market works. So when we are coming in, just to boost people who already know what they're doing, people who already have a good product. So, because one of the first things we do when we come into an engagement is we diagnose. We are like marketing doctors. You know?
Okay.
So I would say objectives. That's the biggest problem we have, unfortunately, when it comes to influencer marketing and also when it comes to marketing in general.
Okay.
Even a station like this, someone will come and buy an advert. They go into their boardrooms, they sit down, and they have a budget of, I don't know, 5 million.
Yes.
And they come here, visit your guys here, they buy a lot of adverts. But they have not begun by, first of all, coming up with objectives. What are our objectives for this campaign? What are our branding objectives? And also what we call smart goals, achievable goals.
Yes.
Not very unrealistic goals.
Yes.
So what happens a lot of times is you're doing a branding activation and you're expecting sales. That is like planting a banana and unangoja avocado. So go correct. Avocado sago sikapi. Bona sina avocado.
Sini season ya avocado. Okay.
Yeah, and especially sales. The people I pity the most is salespeople in this country.
Why?
Because wanaachiwanga kazi yote. So it's like now I'm selling that watch.
Yes.
Okay, let me not ask how much it is, lakini najua ni pesa mingi. So I am there trying to sell a product which has not been branded, which has not been marketed.
Okay. Now you expect the salesperson to go out there representing and selling your brand, which is almost non-existent.
Not known at all. People have not created any emotional connection with it. You see?
Yeah.
People don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
So naambia mtu atini gold plated carrot. Wagarai nakwambia sasa wewe unataka ninunue carrot. Ninunue carrot 50,000. Are you okay in the head?
We've seen also businesses that start up, they have these beautiful ideas, they have solutions, but somehow they struggle to make ends meet. Some of them shut down, some of them take forever to get into the market. What happens in that situation and how could they get help? Umeanzisha ka business kako na hakaja pick up bado.
Okay. Now there is a diagnosis. Ni kama kwenda kwa daktari umwambie kwa mgonjwa.
Nasikia mwili tu.
Nasikia mwili tu. Nasikia tu kafani hapa. So there are so many reasons why businesses fail. I don't even have enough time to go through all of them.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a product match. The product is matched to the wrong market. Sometimes it's so there are branding, marketing, and sales issues.
Okay.
So under branding is sometimes it's awareness. People don't know about you, or people know the wrong thing about you.
Oh snap! Yeah, that too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or or there's a brand hierarchy.
What is that? Brand
hierarchy is maybe if you're two brands and one brand is overshadowing the other. It's like Switch and Full Circle. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
They are both brands, but there's a certain hierarchy. Everybody knows Full Circle but Switch. So they're associated, but one is on top of each other.
Okay.
So Switch, the station, is probably more is the unknown, and Full Circle. So it's a Full Circle and Switch. So that's what you call brand hierarchy.
Okay.
Sometimes it's that. Then if it's marketing, sometimes you just have the wrong product. And I think that's one of the things now that has made kosher really sell so quickly.
Okay.
It's because they had the right product and they targeted the right market.
Okay.
You see, because they're quite pricey. Those products are pricey, but it's because it's top notch. It's top notch quality. So you know what target market, and that's why we've opened up in Westlands.
Because that's where your clientele is.
That's where the clientele is.
Yeah.
Maybe if you open another shop, it'll be either in Upper Hill or Karen or a place like that.
Yeah.
So if you have let's say, or if you have a mass market product, let me not mention names, but let's say Mikali and Boni supermarket.
Yes.
And we are targeting what you call price sensitive people. We will not go open in Karen.
No.
Okay? Because Karen people ideally are not price sensitive. They're product sensitive.
Yes.
You see, them they want high quality. They don't care how much you're paying them. But if you're opening a shop in Gilroy 45,
yes. Mukali and Boni tutakuwa tu sawa.
Hapo tutakuwa sawa.
Okay.
So that could also be another issue. Now, on the sales side, it could be one, you have not branded, marketed, and then you're trying to sell.
Yes.
Or there's some things that we call maybe price positioning, in the sense that there's a mental price in my head. Like, oh, sorry to use your watch, but when I look at your watch, you know.
At this point, let's just show it off.
Whoa, but it's a
Okay,
beautiful show.
okay,
It's a
thank
beautiful
you.
thing. I already have a mental price about how much that thing, your beautiful watch is.
Yes.
Because of how it looks, you know, because of also who you are. And I'm like, hey, Mwikali can't just wear, you know, anything.
Yeah.
So so that's a mental price, and everybody has a mental price for your product.
Okay.
Okay. And sometimes that mental price, depending on how you've positioned yourself,
Yeah.
and how you've presented yourself, you know, like if you go to Kosha, their DMs, I mean their IG and everything, you'll see it just looks, you know, it looks like the price tag, you know. So once you see all that, in fact, the idea of creating a mental price is create such a high mental price that when you tell people the actual price they feel
then,
it's a discount.
yes, that means then your branding needs to be uko. Because if you see something that you really like, something that is so beautiful, and optical nutrition ushafidiwa. So when you give me a good price, lower than what I had in my mind, then it works for me. I could SMS happen for you, Boni. Morning, Mikali, looking radiant as always. Thank you. True, there's opportunity in every calamity. Think of COVID, a seedling farmer sold a lot because many went back to the farms. Think of those who did balcony gardens. Blessed day and keep it smiling. That's William. Thank you. This is so true.
Awesome. Yes.
We went back to the farm. We went back to oranges and dimus. And dimus just disappeared in the market. What happened?
Ilikuwa corona bwana. So tuliambiwa, okay, let me not say who, but some neighbors of Kenya walikuwa wanasema ndimu na limau
Kusha
ndio inasaidia basi. Basi ukitaka kula zile ndimu our friends, that's what they told us. All of us tukaenda kwa ndimu.
But it's true. Whatever William is saying is so true. You need to look at whatever situation you're in and what solutions you're providing. Don't be stuck. I think Lome tupatia masterclass by the way.
Oh, really?
This was a masterclass right here. I felt for a moment I felt like I was in business school. And thank you so much for coming. How can people get in touch with you? I'm sure you're open to SMEs to help them, advise them, and all of that.
So you can Google me, Boniface Nyaga.
Google me.
on Google. My IG is Boni_Nyaga. My Facebook is Boniface Nyaga.
Okay. And for Mawaidha?
Mawaidha, just look
you.
for Mawaidha.
Okay.
Look for Mawaidha without a D. THA.
Oh, Mawaidha.
Mawaidha. THA.
Thank you so much. Oh, kuna ingine moja? Let me see. No, I don't think we do. What are you saying? Imekoja. Sioni. If we get it, Boni Nyaga on social media, then you can send all those questions there. We're taking a very short commercial break. Thank you so much for coming through. This is Full Circle with Mikali. We will be right back.